Up there, I went to university in a city called Leeds in the north of England, and visited a graveyard there, and there is a very large, very elaborate Edwardian era, the what do you call it, the golden decade, just before the First World War, that period. And it is a huge, it's a life-size replica of a front door, and it's partly ajar, and there's a life-size replica of a woman carved in marble standing there, and she's known as Ethel at the Gate. And the tomb was built by her husband, and it was supposedly because back in the day he'd be working in the city, and they lived out of the town, out of the city, and she'd be waiting at the door for him to come back. And it was how he remembered her, the devoted wife. But it soon became apparent, not least the fact that he married a showgirl a few months after her death, that he was a womanizer, and actually reason he was back late was out, he was going with showgirls, and was totally unfaithful, so it was really a big guilt trip. But in the twilight, seeing it is a particularly spooky scene, particularly now as trees have all grown around it, that in a graveyard, a full-size effigy of a woman in white. And curiously, over the last couple of years, flowers have started appearing and being left by this tomb. So nobody knows quite who, because the family all since died out. So I say that was a particularly one, coming around a corner in a cemetery and suddenly seeing this in the twilight.